I evaluate it by whether it accurately reflects what's in the text and whether it has some element of clarity and creativity to it. I don't put too much stock in what people say about it because they tend to be commendatory all the time, and the people that don't like it don't talk to you. So that's not too reliable. Somebody asked me this the other day about this present cutting edge. I would say at this stage, I'm trying to get really close to Jesus so that it has the aroma of heaven and hell about it, because I'm old, right? I'm going to drop over soon. And I taste that. I taste how close Jesus is. And this is either real or it's not real. And you can have moments when, wow, I'm going to do a funeral when I get home on Monday morning. So I get home on Sunday night at 9 o'clock, and we'll preach a funeral message at 11 o'clock Monday morning for Carl, who's younger than me. And I prepared that funeral day before yesterday. And I'm just so aware that's going to be me. And so I would just say the cutting edge is trying to get into every message a sense of reality of heaven, a sense of reality of the living Christ. Do we believe this? Are we walking so close to him that he's a real presence in our lives?
Yeah, just that's wonderful. Briefly, I don't wake up on Monday and feel like quitting, but every sermon, to some degree, little or big, I will feel when I get home on Sunday afternoon that was terrible. I really do. And I don't say that, that's not feigned humility. That's not even real humility. It's probably pride. Maybe it's the spiritual warfare, and it's also probably the underside of pride. Did I measure up? But I feel that. I do not walk down from the pulpit and think, I nailed it. I never feel that. And I don't know, men, what your wife is like. Some men, my wife's my most honest critic. I don't want an honest critic. I want my wife to love me and tell me things that aren't true about my sermons. I mean, not entirely, but
We married the wrong
yeah.
which is the right one.
The right. Tricia will, what you said was true, and it was so good, and it was blessed, and I was, well, what did you get out of it, hon? Well, I was a little distracted. I had all the kids. And so I quick illustration, John heard me say this a few weeks ago. I remember hearing Sinclair Ferguson preach one of the first times I was with him at a conference. I think Sinclair is just one of the greatest preachers. I love listening to him. And he did this magical, marvelous thing with the Trinity, and he can just do heaven. We heard him preach on heaven a few weeks ago. Amazing. I went up to him. I said, Sinclair, that was you brought us in. It's like you knew each person of the Trinity personally. You brought us into the throne room of heaven. That was amazing. And he said, oh, Kevin, that was a dog's breakfast. That's exactly what he said. And I thought, your dog eats very well. And I know Sinclair now. I don't think he was faking. I think he really, really felt that. So you may, it's not that I think God wants us to feel bad dog all the time, but you will often feel that. And I think in my life, it's probably been the Lord keeping me humble to the degree that I am humble, if I can say that humbly. My cutting edge, I want to know Christ more. And I think some of what I've talked about, looking for, not trying to do too much, looking for a big idea, being okay that I'm good at some things and I'm not going to be the best at other things. I think about, yes, the comments in the handshake line can be the same. But if I think the thing that people will say most to me is something like, Pastor, I would have never seen that in that text by myself. And I just saw something. So I think that's what I do well. And I think rather than majoring on things that I wish were different about my preaching, trying to lean into, well, I hope the Lord can use that without excusing any other bad habits.